Can you give me a 5, 4,
3, 2? You're on right now.
Okay. Awesome. Perfect. We got it.
Yeah, you guys are on, so go ahead and talk.
And say
Say
hi,
hi. I'll get to your guys' screens.
All right. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Are we good to go?
Yeah, you're
All
on.
right. All right. So, welcome everybody to another episode of Joe Knows. I'm here with Madana and Frank Hermiz from Hermiz Lending. And why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
I am Madana Hermiz, as he indicated, and I'm an attorney. I've been an attorney for over 10 years. I own Hermiz Law, and then we just branched off and started Hermiz Lending.
Right. So my name is Frank Hurmoz. I'm Madana's husband. I own Hermiz Lending. So it's basically a full mortgage broker ranging from all different products within the residential lending realm.
Yeah. So how can people contact you?
Pick up the phone.
What's the phone number? What's the email address? You guys have
So phone number is 248-721-4111. And then you can reach out to me at Frank at HERMIZ lending, LENDING.com. So Frank at HermizLending.com.
And then you can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We
Right.
post videos, informational things. So it's good to follow
Every
us there.
week we have content that we create that is going to be basically informational, a little bit has a little bit of like a funny twist to it, just to give the borrower or the individual that's watching the video kind of like make it a little more relatable, because mortgages could be so damn boring.
Yeah, no, I
sometimes.
know. Okay, so when should people contact you for getting a mortgage?
I'll let you talk about that.
So honestly, whenever you start thinking about buying a home, you should reach out because it's not just like, okay, you find a home and then that's it, you get a mortgage. Sometimes there are things that need to be done. Like we've got to, fix your credit, or sometimes your employment history doesn't quite won't qualify you at that time. So there are things that we can do to prepare you to be able to buy that home. And so you don't want to get into a position where, you need a house right now, but you haven't prepared for it. And so, it might take you another 6 months or whatever to actually get into that home.
Right.
What can some people do to kind of prepare for you guys to make it easier for them to qualify for a loan? Is there some guidelines, just general stuff that you think people can do ahead of time, like maybe work on their credit? I don't know what else.
Yeah. So, I mean, on the front of lending and getting yourself ready for reaching out to a loan officer or even reaching out to a realtor, you want to make sure all your ducks are in a row. So what I would do is when you go to the realtor, or especially if you go in front of a mortgage broker, give them all your income documentation, explain, all your debt situation. If you do have revolving debt, if you have a lease, if you own a car, whatever it is, just explain that all thoroughly. So that way the loan officer is more able to give you a better quote on your pricing.
Okay.
And if I can add one more thing, throughout the process, it's really important to constantly communicate with your broker. So like if you're thinking about making a big purchase, or you're thinking about, putting something on your credit card, these are big no-nos. And some people might think like, oh, whatever, I need to buy furniture.
Right.
But the thing is that could disqualify you from getting that loan. And so it's incredibly important to, check in and just ask. It's better to ask than to make a mistake and then not be able to qualify for your home.
And don't quit your job, right?
No.
Don't quit your job. Yeah. No, unless you find a sugar daddy, because if you find a sugar daddy, then no need for a mortgage.
Yes, that's true. I'm still looking for a sugar daddy. So
I've got a few. So
Okay,
yeah. So
okay.
I also like help, put people together, matchmaking. So yeah, we got you there.
Okay,
Don't
perfect. Yeah, because I've heard a couple of times when I was talking to mortgage loan officers that people quit their job like a week before they were supposed to close on their house. Like, what are you doing? I don't know.
Yeah. And Frank can speak to that more about like how important it is to continue your employment and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, continuing your employment is going to be important because that's where they base your average income. That's where they base how much you make. They can qualify you for your debt to income ratios, how much you're willing to put down, how much money you have in your account. So that all adds to, like, sometimes it gets so close even with the numbers that borrowers that have a job, they wait till they have their paycheck, their next paycheck come in for them to cover their closing costs.
Oh yeah.
Like, it gets super tight.
Yes.
Not everyone
Yeah, I
has,
agree.
you know, $7, $10, $12, $20,000 cash sitting in their account
Yeah.
for the average person.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of people don't take into consideration how expensive the closing costs are. I mean, it could be tens of thousands of dollars, and so that it's something that you really need to plan for. And that's why I was saying that as soon as you start thinking about buying a home, reach out to us, right, or any mortgage broker, but preferably us.
Yeah. No, you always have to prepare ahead of time.
Yeah.
And then, so what are some things that you guys do for your clients that you feel like you stand out or add value to them?
Yeah, so I think the biggest one is that, like, we're partners, and so I've got the legal background, he's got the mortgage background, and so with all of our cases, with all of our, basically any loan that we work on, you get legal thrown in for free at no additional charge. The transactional work, and so that can help with reviewing the contract, drafting addendums, if something needs to be renegotiated, if something is wrong with title. Really, there's so many things that could go wrong. Sometimes somebody might want to try to back out, and so we basically resolve any issues that come up. And I'm proud to say that just in the short time that we've been established, none of our deals have fallen through, not a single one. And in my own experience as a real estate attorney for the last over 10 years, none of my deals have ever fallen through. And so it's, especially in this market where it's hard to find a home, it's, the rates are so expensive. And so, it's really critical that you buy the home that you want. In this market, you can't afford to lose on a deal. You really can't. You need to make sure that every deal closes. And so that's the benefit in working with us. That's really the value proposition that we add. And then, Frank, of course, is amazing at actually getting loans closed. So.
Yeah. I mean, like, I always try to strategize with the borrower, right? So for me, my biggest philosophy is it's not just the client, like the borrower, the client of mine that is my client. Everyone's my client. Anyone that has hands on deck is my client. So if I send the loan, for example, to UWM, that underwriter is my client. That AE there is my client. I got to wow everyone throughout the steps. If it's a buyer, if there's a listing agent, that's my client. I got to keep them in the loop on what's going on throughout the process. The title people, it's a lot of times I hear from the title individuals that, people just throw in the papers and they just try to get it done. We try to know, like, hey, what's the process here? How can I make your job easier? So that way you build more tight-knit relationships.
Yeah.
And not just that, but when we put it together in like a perfect package, it's faster. Like, we get our CTCs or clear to close in like 7 days, 6 days, 8 days. Like, it's
average. It's like clockwork.
Yeah, like where other people are maybe closing loans in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 45 days, it's 7 days.
Yeah.
Right?
The average closing right now is literally taking in America about 45 to 50 days. We're closing your loan on average with a full appraisal in 7 business days.
Nice.
That's amazing.
That's very quick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's happy when that happens.
And especially when you're doing it the way that you're doing it, it's not just clear to close. The legal part of it, I understand that, because there's a lot of stuff that people don't understand. They don't understand what goes through from, hey, I want to buy a house, to getting the house.
Right.
And I appreciate that part of it, because with title, I go through a title agency to record my deeds. And then they're like, hey, this guy hasn't paid taxes on his property. It might get foreclosed on. And we find these things as I go through it that other attorneys might not be able to find because they're not doing it the same way. So I appreciate that. We have a question. It's what's one of your favorite stories that made you proud of what you do?
Okay, so is that for me?
One of you guys.
I would say for me, my proudest moment was I had a client that reached out to me. she saw, I guess she was following me on LinkedIn, and she saw the knowledge that I was bringing in my videos, and she said, like, you know, I'm gonna work with him one day. So like, you know, maybe 2 months after my doors were open, she reached out to me and she said, you know, she's a single mom. She's looking to get into a house. She doesn't even know if she qualifies. Maybe I'll just have my parents co-sign for me. And I was actually able to get her qualified, even though she had like employment gaps, but we explained those.
Okay.
We gave her that peace of mind. Even before she went out to find a home, I had a true underwriting approval in her hand to show her, like, look, you are truly approved.
Nice.
She built a home. She closed on it last month. And that was one of the like proudest moments that I had.
That's awesome.
Was to come through for someone like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like at least like for, you know, just in the short time that we've been open, like we've been able to save 2 deals, like 2 deals that would have fallen apart. And like, you know, we saved the realtors, I think it was like almost $30,000 in commissions. And I remember like having this dispute with the other side, and I spoke with the broker owner of the brokerage trying to explain what the issue was. And he was like, well, this has never happened in 40 years that I've been in business. And I was like, well, you've been doing it wrong for 40 years, you know? And it's like, but that's the thing is like, people just think that things are the way that, you know, that like, they're so used to doing things the wrong way that they start to think that that's the right way. And you know, for me, like we were able to save the deal for my client, and I know that they were thrilled, and that's why we're here. That's why we do this. So
we have a question from Adrian. Do you work with people who want to buy domestically but are located abroad?
Yeah, so I do have programs, and I do have investors that do what's called a foreign national loan. So like if it's a individual that lives abroad and they want to purchase a condo here or a home here, there's programs. Just reach out to us and we'll go over it with you in more detail.
Nice. Yeah, that's great that there's an option for people that are not here to be able to do that. And especially now with technology, you can do closings remotely. So you can be anywhere in the world and do a closing.
Yeah, I mean, like we could literally pick up and like move to like Italy.
Yes.
And like still operate, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Which is the dream. So, let's make it happen.
I'm still doing it the old school way. After this, I'm gonna go sign physically in person. So.
Joe, man, come on, man.
You're like one of those people that are like, that damn Zoom.
No, I wish it's just clunky for estate planning to do it that way.
Joe walks around with a tablet and like a hammer.
Yeah, me. That's how we learned how to do it back when I was in school with Moses. Which is funny because I'm going to my high school reunion this weekend. So
50-year reunion?
10-year.
50.
150.
Actually, it's my 20-year reunion, but
is it really 20?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's close to 50.
Damn, dude, we're getting
crazy.
old. Don't say that.
I know.
You're scaring me, man.
Oh my gosh! Like when I hear people like born in like the, you know, like they're like adults and they're like born in the 2000s, I'm like, what the? Like, you know?
I know.
I was getting my haircut at my barber just on this topic. Sorry. And he was listening to like 50 Cent's first CD, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah.
And he's cutting my hair and he's like, bro, I love this old school music, bro. I'm like, hold on, man. This ain't old school.
I love these old.
Yeah, like, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm like, that came out. Oh, wow. That was like, I'm old.
Yeah. Because for them, like they weren't alive when these you know songs came out.
Yep. And I'm going to be listening to a lot of those over the weekend. So, okay. How about what do you guys like to do outside of business stuff? What do you like to do for fun?
Oh, long walks on the beach and I mean, you know, like we actually enjoy working together. Like we genuinely enjoy like business and working together and development.
Mm-hmm.
Like we'll go out on like dinner dates and like we'll talk business. Like it's just like we actually enjoy it. But other than that, I like to read. I like to watch TV. I like to shop. Like, you know, I've already been stocking up on my Halloween decor.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's what I like to do.
Yeah. How about you, Frank?
I like to go and golf. I like to go to the gym when I have free time, and also just like she said,
goes to the gym?
I mean, I gotta lose that
COVID.
COVID 30, and then
I actually lost wait during COVID because
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, seriously. Like,
rub it in my
no, no,
face.
Get out of here.
because for me, I can control myself when.
Thanks, Joe.
No,
So what are you
listen,
saying?
No, listen.
I-
No, listen.
We can't control the cookies.
No, listen.
Damn, I mean,
Listen, I can control myself when I don't put myself in the situation. Like,
What are you
as soon as-
saying to
Oh,
as
us?
soon
no
So when I
as
put
soon
self-control.
as-
myself,
No,
damn.
listen.
This is
Listen. As soon as we go out,
Joe.
I'm ordering.
You're digging
everything out
deeper
there. I'm
and
not.
deeper
I'm
and
not.
deeper.
I'm
Like
not.
you're like
They
12
don't,
feet
they don't,
deep
they don't
now.
buy cookies
Yeah.
and ice cream and they
Yes.
grocery
Yes.
shop, Frank. That's
Yes.
why. We do it to ourselves.
They're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I want some grape pouflons, you know?
I need salad.
All right.
Okay.
Can we cut that out?
Joe, we told you we're gonna pick on you, dude. That was just
Just tell the
what it
audience,
is.
strike the record.
Yes, exactly. I object.
Overruled.
All right. That's too funny. So, do you want me to get to the poo deck?
Yeah. Let's
All
use
right.
the poo deck. So
You already did
yeah.
one.
Here,
You
here are
already did
the
that one.
poo decks.
Yes. All right. Would you guys rather be the most popular kid in school or the smartest kid in school?
Smartest.
smartest.
Yeah,
I
I'd much
think-
rather be the smartest
Now,
kid.
yeah, absolutely.
But I'm a nerd. Like I've always been a nerd. Like I was that person that carried a book in her purse and would, like read like during like the period breaks. You know,
Oh man, I
that
never.
was me.
I used to get my books, put them in my locker on the first day, and never take them out for the whole
Junior, I
semester.
can
It was so bad.
I can tell.
It was so bad. I would leave them in there
Did you
the
do
whole
that
time. I
for
was
law
like,
school too?
kind of.
You didn't read in law school?
I didn't know. I read the
I'm like
first.
offended.
I read the first semester, and then I was like, I could probably do it without reading.
Wow.
That just
Okay.
shows that he's smart.
I know.
You always need a Joe Dallo in your life, you know? Like, hey, brother
He's
Dallo,
hated.
come here,
Sometimes.
bud.
Yeah, sometimes it works out.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't.
You would
yeah.
be my best friend.
Yeah, so you could like cheat off of him. All right, let's do another poo deck.
Okay. Oh, I did this one before. So
It's okay. We'll probably have a better answer.
all right. Is a hot dog a sandwich, and why or why not?
Skip to the next question.
Okay, well, I'd like to answer this. So, from a culinary perspective, no, because it's garbage, right? But from like a normal human person perspective, yes, because it is meat sandwiched by bread. Yes.
Okay. That's the lawyer answer. It depends.
So it depends. Exactly. That's always a lawyer answer. It depends. Depends on which way you want to spin it.
Oh, I already know the answer to this. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys, but I already know the answer. If you were stranded on a I can't even say it.
Dessert.
Yeah, I was gonna say dessert because we were talking about food. Look, thank you very much. Now I'm thinking about cookies. All right. If you're stranded on a deserted island and you could choose one person to keep you company, who would it be?
Like other than my spouse?
Sure, because I know the answer to the next one.
Oh man. Honestly, probably Flora. My friend Flora, only because we have vacationed together so many times and we never get sick of each other.
Okay.
So that'd be a good pick,
Yeah.
I think.
How about you, Frank?
I would take my wife.
Yeah.
No, other than
see,
spouse.
Look at
We
that. Look at
Oh,
that.
oh.
We
See?
said
No,
other than
No,
spouse.
I was just.
She would take Flora. She would
just,
take Flora.
You would
either-
take
either
Flora
way.
too? Would you take Flora?
Yeah, I would take Flora too. Just because she's so easygoing. She's the nicest
She's
person
like
ever.
I
so,
know.
she's so
Yeah.
well
I don't think she's ever said no in her life or
Oh no,
or
she
raised her,
no,
or
no, she
raised her
does.
time.
She does, but then you could just ignore her and do
Yeah.
what you want anyway.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, what about one animal?
Oh, my dog,
Yeah,
Nala.
that's
yeah.
all.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you pick Nala too?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't know if he was going to try to save some other pet.
What is something you get wrong almost every time you do it?
Nothing.
Don't say mortgages.
My clients' cases.
um,
Oh, can I answer for you?
Excuse me,
Listen,
counselor.
you Frank can
Yeah.
answer being a husband. That's
Yeah.
my answer is being a husband.
Yeah, just my sheer existence.
Breathing, yes.
Yeah. You're breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're walking,
Yeah.
pounding on the floor. I'm just joking.
That's too funny. Okay. So back to the business stuff.
No, these are more fun. I like the poo decks.
Okay,
Oh,
one more poo
okay.
deck. What's the funniest place you've ever fallen asleep?
I see. I have a hard time falling asleep, so that no, just
So you can't fall asleep?
no. I have to
Ah.
be like in a bed. I'm classy, you know.
Okay. What would be the worst ingredients to fill a burrito with?
The worst ingredient?
Yeah. Or ingredients.
And anything that's seafood.
Yeah,
Anything.
I was gonna go.
Or-
I was gonna go
or-
sardines and eggplant. I hate eggplant. I don't like eggplant.
I hate it
I can't-
too.
I
Oh,
can't eat
me
it.
too. Or like eggplant. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stick with that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
literally you can't make eggplant taste good. Like
Yeah, I
no
don't like
matter
it.
what.
Yeah.
Okay. I like
Okay.
those poo decks.
Yes, I know. We'll
wish we
maybe
could
we'll
do
do more.
more.
Oh, come on! Look at that.
Okay, okay,
Your-
okay.
Your wish has been granted. All right. What happened on your worst date?
On my worst date?
Yeah.
The guy made me pay. I really
I mean-
think like I'm sorry, but you know, if you're gonna ask a girl out on a date, you should pay. That's just I'm traditional like that.
I make Dina pay all the time.
Well, Dina is the man in the relationship, isn't she?
I have her card on me.
Oh. What's the worst thing that's happened on your dates? You didn't go on dates before me though, right?
No. I was, you know,
What was your
Pure-
wor-
it was
What was
pure
your
as
worst
driven
date with
snow.
Madana?
There was none.
no,
There haven't
never.
been.
I
Did-
just,
They've
never.
all been glorious.
She
Yeah.
tried, she tried to pay for you.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I need a sugar mama. Shit.
That was my worst date.
Oh man. No, it's always a great time, hanging out with you guys. We haven't seen each other in a while, so
Yeah.
I
we
know.
gotta
This
do
is
that
fun.
again.
This is fun.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Okay. From Ludacris, who's your housekeeper and what do you keep in your house?
Can you say it the way he does?
No. I could try, but it's not gonna come out
Who's your
right.
housekeeper and what do you keep in your house? Is that right?
Yeah. That was a good one, Reem. Thank you.
I'd like you
Thank
to
you for
answer
that video.
I'd like you to answer that one, please.
My wife and I keep my kids in the house.
That's good because
Yes.
sometimes people don't keep their kids in the house, and
Yes.
that's where you run into issues.
I know.
So
I know.
that's good.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to keep them restrained
That's
because
good.
yeah. That was a good question, Reem. Thank you for that
Reem.
one.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Reem.
Very enlightening.
Yeah. So it's always great to have you guys
you.
on the show and to elaborate more on your business and all that stuff. Why don't you tell everybody else how to get a hold of you guys again?
Yeah. So you can follow me, Frank, Hurmoz, on LinkedIn and on Instagram. And then you can follow our company pages, HermizLending. That's on LinkedIn and Instagram as well.
I feel like I should explain why
Yeah,
why
explain
one
that
is
one.
spelled wrong. So
wrong.
yeah,
Okay.
one is spelled wrong. So
Oh
my
my
yeah, one
gosh,
is
get
spelled
over
wrong. So my
yourself.
maiden name is Hermiz, Hermiz, which is the right way of spelling it. And I started Hermiz Law when I was not married. And then I married Frank, whose last name is also Hermiz, but spelled wrong, Hurmoz. So then
I duped her into changing 2 letters in her
I
last
changed
name.
my freaking
Talk about a rock star
Oh,
salesman,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like an idiot.
Especially when she thinks she's right. So
Exactly.
But I am right. And the whole world spelled Hermiz, Hermiz. And so
Right.
because we started Hermiz Lending as a sister company to Hermiz Law, it only made sense to use that same spelling.
Right.
But everyone's always like, wait, this is spelled wrong.
Yeah, I mean, she's been also her law office has been in business for well over 10 years. She's been one of the top women attorney in Michigan for 9 out of the 10 years, right?
oh yeah.
So it only makes
I-
sense for me to brand with someone that is already has a brand and that's going to help catapult this company as well. And it's ours. We together, right? So
no, of course. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I would do the same thing too. It's
What was
not
Dina's maiden name?
Nissan.
So you would take
Like the
her
car.
name? You should have.
They're asking when are you guys going to come back on, so we're gonna have to schedule our next one
love
already.
us.
Get
They
on the
love us
calendar.
already.
Get on the calendar
Okay,
now.
let's
Yes.
go. No, that's a good thing, babe.
No.
Yeah.
Yay!
No, that's awesome.
I think they want more
I was
poo
gonna say
decks.
something.
I
Yeah.
think the audience wants more poo
Yeah,
decks.
let's do more poo decks. Hi,
As
audience.
you can
Hi,
see-
audience.
As you can see, I care more about poo decks than talking about my
Jeez,
business.
I know. Like we're not even trying to like. We're just here
Okay,
to
but
like
these-
have fun and terrorize Joe.
These poo decks are like half of them. I'm throwing them out because I'm like, this is a stupid question.
So we need
Yeah,
to
like
make,
a
we
hot
need to
dog
find
with a
better-
we have to
sandwich.
make. We have
need
to
find
teach
Ellen
poo deck how to do
DeGeneres'
their own.
Yeah,
poo deck.
or like we need to ask what Ellen DeGeneres
Yeah,
uses, or
yeah.
you know.
Poo Deck, reach out to us, frank@hermislending.com, and we will help you rewrite
see,
a lot of
somebody
these
asked.
questions.
I always wondered about
Yeah.
the spelling of the last name. Now I know. Yeah, I got duped. I got duped. D-U-P-E-D. I know how to spell that.
Well, then.
What if I-
She's
what
been-
if I
she's
actually
been
spelled
waiting
it
to.
wrong?
She's gonna go up to my dad like,
Yeah.
"What's up?"
I've been waiting to write this wrong for many years.
If you could look through one person's email without them knowing, whose email would you look through?
Donald Trump.
I was gonna say Hillary Clinton.
One of the two. I want to know. And I'll report back to you guys on my YouTube channel.
Well, right now, okay, so I have like 10 email addresses, like personal, business, whatever, this and that. I have to keep everything separate. One of them has been giving me such a hard time, and it's the oldest one with all of the stuff like saved in it. And
Oh.
every 2 weeks, it kicks me out, says like, you forgot your password, and I know I didn't. I think somebody's trying to hack into it.
Oh yeah,
It's been happening a lot lately.
It's been bothering me so much, and I'm like, I want to see what's in my own email. Why can't I see what's in my own email?
Do you think it's the Chinese or the Russians?
Oh man, it's probably Dina.
Poor Dina. Just blame. That's a great question. I'm just gonna say that like it's my wife's fault.
Honestly, I think Dina is a little bit
Then I
more.
have
It's
to
a
feel-
little scarier than the
Then I
Russians
feel
and
like
the
I feel like a
Chinese
hacker.
together.
I feel like a hacker trying to get into my own get my own password. I'm like, is it this? Oh yeah, I got it.
And then
Sweet.
it's like you look at your security questions that you did like 20 years ago, and it's like, what's your favorite movie, babe?
yeah. Rush Hour. I like Rush Hour.
Rush Hour wasn't out back then. Come on, you dinosaur. It was like Gone with the Wind.
What is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Oh, I ate worms.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like
so
on purpose?
On purpose, yeah. I
Okay.
was in a wilderness survival class in high school, and one of so
They
like,
don't have
cooked-
worms in the desert. Where were you?
No, I was in high school here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was so confused. I was like, what? No, I was in high school here. I was
Oh,
in
okay,
Rochester
okay,
High.
Yeah.
Rochester High. But yeah, so one of the things that we did, like the teacher cooked worms, and some of the students ate it, and I ate it, and it actually tasted good. Tasted like peanut butter.
Okay. Worms versus eggplant.
Oh. I mean, taste
I get some-
wise,
can I get some worms
honestly,
in my
worms.
burrito?
Worms, because they were like,
I mean, it's
it
close.
was like chips, right? It was like crunchy, like where
Yeah.
eggplant is just like the texture, and it's so bitter, and it's like, bleh. I don't know
Yeah.
how people like it. It's like
Yeah,
it actually
know,
infuriates
yeah.
me. Like, how do you like it? It's so gross.
It's a staple of the Middle Eastern.
Wait, what
foods.
about you? What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Does it look like I eat anything weird?
No, Frank. Yeah, Frank won't even eat like pork.
Oh yeah.
He's so.
I don't know.
like,
I just
vanilla.
don't like the sometimes like the taste of it. I mean, I will
Okay.
eat like bacon.
But how do you know? How do you know if you like it or not?
I've had it before,
Okay.
and I just
But you don't try like every time.
like
you go
I
out
don't
to eat?
understand why they have to have a ham on Christmas. Like I don't like ham or on
It's Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or but they still have it on.
Weirdo doesn't
Christmas.
spell his name right. Doesn't know what
You know,
holidays
man.
go with what food.
No, you have Chinese food on Thanksgiving. Chinese or
No,
on
Chinese
Christmas.
food on Christmas.
Yeah, Chinese food on
It's
Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas story.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't-
Exactly.
Don't mess with Christmas. I'm like trying to like look over and
Yeah.
peek and see what the poo deck
Here,
says.
you want to read? You want to
Okay.
read it? Since you like reading so much.
If you could jump into a pool full of something, what would it be? Money.
yeah, exactly.
I really do. I really want to swim in like a pool of money. Didn't they do that in
Do you
the
see what they wrote?
Hermiz house? Oh, they spelled it right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, you spelled it wrong.
Yeah, I spelled it right. No, what movie was it? What movie was it where the little kid won $1 million and then he swam in a
Richie
pool?
Rich?
Richie Rich, yeah,
Or
he swam
no.
in a pool of money.
No,
Or was
not
it
Richie
Blank
Rich.
Check?
Oh, blank check,
Blank
check.
Check,
Yeah,
yes.
that was
Coolest
the
Blank Check.
best
ever.
movie.
Yes.
I
That
wanted
That
to be
police
him
officer,
Yeah.
so
everyone
bad.
had a crush on that
Woo,
police officer. You know which one
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
woo. No, I swear that was the best movie as a kid.
Yeah.
That was
Man.
Yes, Blank Check. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay. What would you jump into?
Probably a pool of money as well.
Yeah, how can you turn
It's like,
that down? How can you
honestly,
turn
yeah.
that down? It's like, oh, you can be like Scrooge McDuck
Yeah.
from the DuckTales. And you see how he jumps into the gold coins
Yeah.
in
Yes,
the beginning.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's what I want to do. I want to do that.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah.
the money has
Well,
to be
but
gold
that would hurt.
coins.
No, that would hurt. You can't swim through gold coins. No,
I
that-
will
no.
make it happen.
No, no, because the problem is your what is it?
The density.
The density. Thank you. The density. Yeah, that would not work because I think you're denser than the gold coins.
Probably.
Yeah. So no.
What would you do if you were invisible for a day? Go through Donald Trump's emails.
Yeah, no, I would want to find out all the secrets. Like I would go into all these like major players' homes and just listen. I'd be like a fly on the wall. I just want to know. I have a burning desire to know. I
Yeah.
want to know what they are doing.
I would.
Who them are, right?
Okay, but still.
Just like
like,
inside joke.
what would you? Yeah. What would you do?
I think like I would want to be around, like I would be a fly on the wall in some of the big like meetings, like innovative meetings at these like big companies.
So you guys are trying too much. I would just go mess around people. I would like lift stuff up in front of them like it's levitating, like there's a ghost. I would just be messing around. People would like have to go see a
And
therapist after.
You've been
seeing
watching
it.
too much Harry Potter.
Yeah, I would
too
just
much
go,
Harry
like,
Potter.
open and shut the doors, or unlock a door after somebody just locks it, or something like that. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I'll totally do something like
Yeah,
that.
see? That's why you're reading the Podex and I'm
Yes.
answering
Yeah,
them.
exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was gonna say earlier. I was like, I would tell everybody, not that it's gonna happen, it's a joke, but I said, if I were to get a divorce, I would hire Madana. And what was your answer to that?
I would only work with Dina because because there's only we could only go up from there. Take all of Junior's money. There's no winning working with him, right? Because then we'd be on the losing end. So yeah, no.
So
Dina, call me.
I just remembered, so I had to throw it out there. What's the weirdest tradition your family has? And you just told it to me earlier, so
What was it?
something about after Christmas.
Oh yeah.
It's not
So-
really weird, but
Oh, it's the best tradition. So well, I don't want to tell them then they're gonna go and
they're
compete
gonna
with
ruin
me.
it. Yeah, then they're gonna ruin it.
Okay, it has
Yeah.
to do with shopping for Christmas stuff, but I'm not telling you shit. I don't need no competition.
about you?
Weirdest tradition.
You eat pacha?
Wait, hold on. Do you eat pacha?
Yes.
Just the rice, man.
Yeah. Okay, but
No,
do
he
you
eats,
eat
he
it
eats
red
the
or white?
bombada.
Oh man, white.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Some people eat it red. I'm like, what are you guys
Yeah,
doing?
why? And
So
why?
for the uninformed, it's basically rice stuffed in sheep intestines. It's disgusting.
Or stomach.
Or stomach.
It's
Ew.
it's delicious.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
It's delicious.
It's up there with eggplant. I'd rather eat bugs.
So if you like eggplant, then you might want to try pacha because it doesn't taste anything like it, but
It's
it's up there
disgusting.
with it. What's something that you've never been able to do well? I feel like we've already done that one.
Wait,
right?
I want to see. Oh, no. The other question was, what's something that you always get wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, same answer. I do
Yeah.
everything well.
Okay, what's the funniest, most disappointing, weirdest, whatever text that you've received? The most outlandish text. It's probably from me. If it's not from me, then it probably doesn't count.
I mean,
What did they send you?
they.
Yeah.
I remember I got a text. Oh man, it was like recent. Oh, I can't remember, but it was like, I don't know if it was like a scam or no, it's not a scam. I don't know if this person was just, I don't know, but it was basically like, like somebody like, hey, come over and this and that. And I was like, oh, wrong number. And they're like, well, you could still come over. And I was
Yeah,
like-
I had one like that too. They're like, they sent me a text about something. I'm like, sorry, you got the wrong number. They're like, oh well, I'm Irene. How's your day going? I was like, I'm not answering you. Like, I have no idea who you are.
What if that
Like,
was
it's
Dina?
a-
What if that was Dina
it was-
trying to see if you're going to
maybe-
answer Irene and
Maybe,
send her news?
maybe it was.
Did
Yeah.
you? Let me check. Let me check your
here,
phone.
Here, check my phone.
What about you, babe? Who's been
The
texting you? Hmm?
the weirdest. I mean, nothing. I'm like very low key chill, bro. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank is very vanilla.
I don't
You
really
haven't-
like. I'm
you
not
haven't-
vanilla. Hold
you
up.
haven't been
Very,
getting-
very
No, I
very
mean like
vanilla.
I'm
Ladies,
like,
marry a man that's very vanilla.
you know. I mean, no,
It's good for the long term.
I'm very like laid back, so I don't usually like bother people.
Yeah,
like
but don't
that
you
for
get
them
all
to-
the scam? I get so many texts from.
Oh, I mean, no, like
I get so many
scam
spam
ones.
calls.
when they
Yeah.
call sometimes like when the social security calls and they're
Yeah.
like you're about to go to jail. I'm
Yes.
like, oh my gosh, and they tell me how much do you have in your account. I think the last time I checked like 3.5 million. So they get super excited. They mute the phone like we just hit a lick, and then I just let it drag on, and then I just tell them to
Then
go.
you start like cussing out their moms and their
Yeah,
dads.
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, one time they called me. They told me I had a virus on my computer, and
How would they know?
yeah, exactly.
How would they know?
Exactly.
They'll
That's
never
what
know. How
I know.
would they
I
know?
know.
I'm just-
So then, he told me, I was like, I'm not by the computer right now. I'll get there, or whatever. So he got so excited, like I'm about to get on the computer and give him my information to be able to like log into my computer.
Maybe you did,
Then he-
and that's the hacker that
then
keeps
he,
coming to your
then
email.
then he called me back like 5 minutes later, and he was like ready for it. I was like, well, I don't want to touch my laptop. He was like, what do you mean? I was like, you said there's a virus on it. I don't want to get sick. I was like, I'm not gonna touch it. He was
What do
trying
you
so
say?
hard. Oh my gosh.
That's actually really,
So
really good.
funny.
Yeah.
This guy said, I don't want to get sick.
So
That's
that,
so
I thought that was
funny.
hilarious.
Oh, that's
So
good,
I love
man.
messing with those people.
Mhm.
So what else do you guys want to share? Talk about?
Are we done with the poo decks?
We're done with the poo decks.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Can I ask you some poo deck questions?
Sure. Those are all the ones you're gonna ask me the same ones. We already went through
I
them.
mean,
Make up a poo decks question.
no. Some you didn't.
Poo deck person. Can we get another
Oh.
poo deck card?
What is something that people are obsessed with, but you just don't get the point of?
Coffee.
What?
I don't drink coffee.
I thought it was like waking up
I don't-
early. Is that the one where like you?
I wake up like instantly without
He
an
has
alarm
children.
clock.
He wakes up.
No,
at
no.
like-
No. I wake up instantly without an alarm clock.
Wow.
From elementary school. I don't know.
You just don't like,
Like-
the taste of
like if I have
coffee?
to- Yeah.
Wow.
What about
And
like
I
the
don't-
what about like the fun ones like the
Even those.
macchiatos
Yeah,
and
no.
the mochas? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I know.
Do you like chocolate?
I do.
Oh, okay, thank God. Because like some people are like, I don't like chocolate. I'm like,
No,
what the
yeah.
fuck?
No, chocolate. I'll drink hot chocolate.
Oh, okay. Do
Yeah.
you like eggnog?
I dunk my eggs in
I don't like
chocolate.
it.
Do you like
I-
eggnog?
I do, but you have
See,
to
you
make
guys
it
are
right.
Weird, man.
No. I mean, who the hell makes their own eggnog? You just buy it.
No. Like with
You
alcohol.
make eggnog? Oh yeah. Put a
Yeah.
little bit of Bailey's in
Yeah,
there.
no, there's like a mixture, like a good mixture. that you
Yeah,
have to
there's
do.
one where
Yeah.
you can do where you can make it like cinnamon
Isn't it
toast
Bailey's?
crunch.
You have to do-
Oh, rum chata.
Rum
Rum
chata.
chata.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that, yeah.
That
So
one
you have
is
to, you have to.
Killer.
Oh no,
If
it's
you know, I have a
whiskey.
good-
It's whiskey with
I have.
no
there's-
rum. Rum
you
is with
there's
eggnog.
there's a couple different.
We sound like
liquors.
alcoholics.
Yes,
I
I
barely
know.
even drink.
I know there's a couple different liquors that you mix, but I have a good recipe for it, and I was like, this is so
Oh.
good.
I
and if
actually
you like
bought
it, it's, like,
I actually
really
bought
good.
eggnog the other
Oh,
day.
yeah? And
That's
then-
why I'm like,
She's getting ready. She's
I
getting
looked at
ready.
it, I'm like, geez, man.
Yeah.
I had it at
She's
Nino's.
like,
and I
She's getting
bought
ready
it.
for Christmas.
I'm
This
getting
is part of
ready.
the weird tradition.
Yeah. I mean,
She's
I am
ready.
honestly, I am
You
a
practice
Christmas.
for Christmas once a month.
Yeah, I'm a
Eggnog.
Christmas elf. No, for real. Like I started getting the Christmas bug in like May,
Yeah.
and I
know.
started
That's-
like I'm already following Christmas like countdown.
Santa.
like,
I follow
pages.
Santa on TikTok
I
and
follow somebody on Instagram. They're like, oh, there's like my popular page. Every other thing is like Christmas. I'm a freak. Oh, what's something I would never guess about you?
oh man, we did this another one. I was in the choir, like legit in at Mara Day. I was at the choir.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you know how to sing?
I know how to sing. Can
Oh,
I
oh,
sing?
can you?
No.
Can you?
I'm sorry.
Maybe we can do some Christmas carols.
Definitely not.
Some Christmas
Definitely
carols.
not. I was in the choir in school, but I was in the choir in school because I wanted to get an easy A.
He was.
I was in the choir at church because I don't know why. It's like something to do.
He was the guy like
I was
in the
probably
back
one of the-
corner. There was no microphone.
Yeah.
There was
Eventually,
no
it was-
volume that would ever
eventually they
reach
took
the microphone.
Yeah.
And they would keep the light off by him.
Eventually, they got to that point. They're like, you
Yeah.
need to not sing anymore.
Yeah, see, God gave people many gifts, but little sweet child, they did not give you that gift.
No, and
Here's a
I'd like,
broom.
yeah, and I'd like to confirm that poor old Joe does not have many gifts.
Oh yeah.
Does not have
Yeah.
many gifts.
I have a few gifts at home. That's it. So,
That Dina bought you.
Dina and my kids. You know,
What is something that you get wrong almost every time you do it?
being a husband. Being a husband. It's like I can't do anything right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it's funny because like with divorce, like a lot of the complaints that men and women have about each other are the same.
Right.
Like it's not like for the
And they're-
most part,
and they're petty. It's just like it's
you just get
because you
sick
hear-
of dealing with that person.
Yeah, it's like
Pretty
it's
much.
like you know that they had that meme. They're like, you know, somebody pisses you off and you're like, look how she's eating those cookies.
Yes.
Like it's like that's what it gets sometimes when you're with like you're with
Right.
the same person all
Yeah.
the time and you don't have like your space or whatever, because I feel like that's part of being in a
Yeah.
relationship and keeping it together. It's like you need to have your space. That's why you go to the gym.
Yeah,
and
I
golf.
mean, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, sorry, babe. So, like, one thing that we did was, even though we work together, like, and we're married, we always keep obviously work at work, and home we try to reserve it for home. But sometimes, you know, you're gonna have conversations. It's natural. We're both business owners, but we also have, even though my headquarters, like where we are, like set up, is in her law office, but I also have a separate office that's where I go to by myself.
Mhm.
So that way, her work, the confidentiality with her clients or whatever, doesn't ever commingle with what we do on the lending side.
It's just
Right.
nice to have a place to call your own. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you do need that separation. You do need that that time away, like you know, mingling with other people or
For sure.
whatever. Like it's important. It really is important.
Right. No.
You know.
Outside prenuptials.
Oh yeah. I
My
was gonna ask you-
personal
I was gonna ask you.
opinion.
I would say
ask you.
personal, professional, everything.
Yeah.
Just to show about-
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Then I have
right.
a question
Let
too.
me
Go.
get-
Because I have a thought
Yeah.
about them.
And then I can
Okay.
give
So-
you my, I'm not an
Yeah.
attorney, but I can.
But they're
give
probably
you-
gonna hear what I say, so please.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's the legal answer: is that
State the question.
State the
because they
question.
can't hear me.
oh okay.
Out of the microphone. Answer all the microphones.
Okay. So a question from the cast member.
That's right.
You're a cast member.
Yes.
Cast and
Yes.
crew. Okay. He asked about prenups and my opinion. And so I have a personal opinion and I have a legal opinion. My legal opinion is that you absolutely should have a prenup because it protects your assets and it really helps. You know, it's good for both parties to know what assets and what debts the other has before getting into the marriage.
Absolutely.
And it helps to understand like, well, what's going to happen in the event of a divorce? What's going to happen in the event of our separation? Because then there isn't that worry or fear that if you do get a divorce, you're going to get cleaned out or you're going to be left with nothing or whatever. So from a legal perspective, it's a good idea. My personal opinion is that I think they're terrible. And the reason why is because, you know, marriage is like an all-in kind of proposition. You can't be all in, but then have reserved this like contract that you can fall back on. Like you either have to be all in or just don't do it at all.
Right.
And part of being all in means losing money, losing assets, losing things that you've worked so hard for.
Absolutely.
I mean, really, when you get married, you are one, right? And so everything that you have becomes one. And so if you're not willing to do that with that person that you want to marry, then don't fucking marry them, right? Like if you can't trust that person and you're more concerned about losing your money than, you know, possibly divorcing them. Like if that's more of a concern than divorce, then don't get married to that person. That's the wrong person. You know, for me, marriage is a long-term, it's a forever commitment. And of course, not every marriage makes it to the end. Sometimes people are abusive or they've got substance abuse issues or, you know, they're horrible, whatever. There are lots of reasons why people should get a divorce.
I feel like there should be leases. Like you do a 10 year thing and you can renew it.
Don't listen.
Don't
You can
listen
renew
to
it
it.
after
Don't
10
listen.
years.
But yeah, I mean, I'm very passionate about this topic because, and I think that the problem, the issue is that people get married who shouldn't get married to each other, right? And that is really what the issue is. And so, when we find the right person, the right partner, there should be, that's it, right? That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, being married to a divorce attorney, I mean, at the end of the day,
It ain't going nowhere.
At the end of the day, what it comes down to is you should dialogue before getting into a marriage what your debt situation is, how much you owe, how much you make. That should come to the light.
Yeah.
Because it's not fair to like put that burden on someone.
I have 500,000 in student loans.
Yeah, I mean,
after we got married, I do.
That's it. You have 500,000?
No, I said after they say I do.
After they say I do, right.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I do have 500.
That's funny.
Yeah,
No, but like
that was my point to it. It's just being open and dialoguing and letting someone know. And if you can't be honest in these small things that are so minute, right? If someone's gonna judge you based on what you have, then there's another topic, another issue there. But if you're gonna share with someone and they're gonna help you come up with a plan and you guys are gonna work on that together, then that's good, because then you'll move forward and you'll build something. But when it's something as minute as that, how the hell are they going to trust you in the even smaller or bigger things?
Yeah.
What if money comes in?
Yeah.
Right. Like a lot
Like,
of
what
people.
if they want to make eggplant for dinner?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Oh, and thank God, Frank and I both hate eggplant.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Match made in heaven. By the way, can you edit out this double chin?
And this bald spot right over here.
Yeah, make sure you Photoshop this, make me look skinny.
I
It's
gotta
not
go
live,
to like,
right?
I gotta be like all the other.
This is not live.
No, it's not live.
No. Okay.
You're talking to the audience. Have
Yeah.
Photoshop your,
Yes,
Photoshop your
yes.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, honestly, like it's all about communication. Like if you're gonna get married to somebody, you gotta air out all these things before you get married. It's critical. And if you feel like you can't talk about these things, then you're not in the right relationship. Like Frank and I did this Catholic engaged retreat. It was awesome. It was like a weekend where they gave us like a little workbook, and like we'd like talk about things and answer questions and like really talk about like in-depth things that like I know like he and I had already talked about, but it was like more in depth and like things that we didn't think about. Like I remember we had to list out like our priorities. Like, I mean, that's not something that a lot of people necessarily talk about.
Right.
Like priorities and goals in life. And like for me, like vacationing was like way up there. And for Frank, it wasn't. And I was like, really? Like I just assumed like who the fuck doesn't want a vacation, right? But
Oh, look, it took 47 minutes and 15 seconds
what did?
for you to drop the F-bomb.
I'm so proud
No,
of
she
myself.
already dropped the F-bomb
When?
way before that.
It was earlier.
That's the first one I caught.
Shoot.
This is why I'm not great at being a husband. I've been talking about it the whole time.
I said
See, for me, I've been cross-examined for the last 4.5 years. So I listen to everything and understand my surroundings, and I stay silent until my attorney is present.
yeah. He's learned. He's I'm proud to announce that Frank is an apt student.
That's so hilarious.
Yes. But I don't even know what I was saying.
Talking about the
Vacationing
work
priorities.
for marriage.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. So yeah. And so we talked about those things and like why something was important to me, why something was important to him. And actually I think even Christmas was on that list.
Yeah.
Holidays are really important to me. Like he didn't care. But these are things that you have to talk about, because if not, then like as marriage goes on, you build resentments because like, well, I want to do this and you want to do that and whatever. And it's like like really like one of the biggest reasons I've seen people come and get a divorce is because they lack the tools to communicate properly, and they're unwilling to make accommodations for their spouse. I mean, really that's what it boils down to is the inability to listen and the inability to change. Right.
Yeah.
So things that we need to work on. Frank is already doing really well, but
I'm gonna give you a concise breakdown of your top 3 priorities, which is vacation, December 25th, December 26th. Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Hey, you told them. Ignore
All
the
right.
December 26th comment.
Okay, so
I need to make you sign
thank
like
you.
a non-disclosure.
hey, you're too late. You should have.
NDA.
You should. It's like signing a prenup. I'm not gonna have trust with you if
Oh
I have to sign
my
that.
gosh.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for
Absolutely.
We're
coming
done.
on
No
the
more
show with me.
Pudex?
No more Pudex, unfortunately.
Aw.
But for the next one, we can get a huge stack of
Dude,
Pudex.
yes. I'm gonna research this
Yes.
and find out like what food that all these other
Okay.
people use, like Walter Cronkite and
Yeah, there
Barbara. What's her name?
Streisand.
you go.
Something like
Barbara
that.
Walters.
Oh, Walters, my bad. Hey,
We'll get
what's
the
her
leg,
name?
the leg, the thigh
Barbara-
thingy from
what's her
Barbara
name?
Streisand.
Barbara
Barbara
Ann. Barbara Ann.
Streisand. You know, God
Yeah.
bless you.
So,
God bless America.
all right. Well, why don't you guys give your contact information one more time?
I'll let ladies, beautiful lady.
I'm Madana Hermiz, and you can contact the brokerage at 248-721-4111. You can also reach me at Madana, Madana. Oh, I didn't explain that my first name is spelled wrong too.
While she's sitting up there talking about me and my
Oh, yeah,
last name
yeah,
being
yeah.
spelled wrong.
Yeah, we'll do that in the next episode. So
Yeah.
make sure you tune in to the next episode where I will uncover and discuss why my name is spelled wrong. Anyways, my email is madana@hermizlending.com, HERMIZLENDING.
And you can find me on Instagram, Frank Hurmoz, HURMOZ, on LinkedIn and on Instagram. And you can always reach out to me through the business line 248-721-4111. And the email is frank@HERMIZlending.com.
Thank you guys again for being on the
Thank you
show.
for having us.
Thank you,
And-
Joe.
I've always wanted to say that. Like, you know how people are like, oh, like you'll thank them for being there. Like, thank you for having us.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you
And
for having us.
We'll practice again for next time.
Yeah. Next time I'll say something different.
Yeah, there
Glad
you
to
go.
be here.
Yes.
It was my pleasure.
and thank you everybody for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
If
Thanks
you
for the
guys,
questions.
If you guys have any questions about estate planning, you can contact me at 248-914-8146 or email me at joe@dalloestateplanning.com. And this was our last episode of Joe Knows with Madana and Frank Hermiz. And thank you guys again for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks.